We're on.
We're on.
Let's go. Ah, yeah. Chocolate this time of morning.
First double ep, like second ep, sorry.
First guest to come back on twice.
Yeah.
And he's been to Turkey since.
Oh, Gary, there's a new ARNE store.
London.
Opened in London on
I saw
Carnaby
that.
Street.
I'm going to go this week.
I'm going to go on Friday, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with their gear.
So, yeah, it's open every day until Christmas Eve from now. It's a pop-up.
Have you been to Carnaby Street?
I don't think I have.
Good.
Is it?
Yeah, good street. What's the equivalent in Liverpool?
I don't know.
Like a cool street that's got shops on.
Bold Street?
Bold?
Bold Street, yeah. Maybe.
B-O-L-D?
Yeah.
Somebody give us one. Best player to not win a Champions League.
Zlatan Ibrahim. Zlatan. Just say Zlatan.
I can't believe I said Zlatan instead of Maradona.
I said Zlatan. Maradona didn't play in it though, did he? Did he?
It weren't Champions League, was it?
It's like Premier League and Division.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Zlatan, giving it all that.
Yeah, please. Gary, you've had that T-shirt on for a week.
Scholes as well,
It's a white T-shirt.
living together.
Ole Gunnar,
Ollie!
welcome back.
Right.
Well, I don't know what I did last time to deserve this. I didn't do anything wrong.
It was an amazing episode.
This is a pain.
You have literally been my favourite guest. You have.
5.5 years.
Definitely.
Because I don't give you any grief.
Yeah. Just him. Where are you living in Manchester?
At the moment, yeah,
Yeah.
I am. So after Besiktas, then I've doing some work for UEFA. All the
Oh, okay.
Champions League games.
UEFA one. People love that UEFA job.
What are you doing with UEFA, Ollie?
Technical director.
Technical observer.
Networking. That's networking to get back
Of course.
into the game.
I was thinking that now. I need to go on this one just to make sure that I'm open for a new job.
Of course, yeah.
Do you have to do reports on games and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you?
Some games it's like
What, actual
really
written report?
Yes, some are proper, like really into detail, and some games you just pick the player of the match.
All right. Okay.
And that's,
Well, that's all you do
That
all
sounds better,
game.
doesn't it?
That's all you do on comms.
Yeah.
Quick player of the match.
Ollie, just take us through that. What you a UEFA observer,
Yeah.
and you're doing a detailed report.
Depends on the game.
Yeah, but let's say you do one. What would the report look like, and who would that be for, and what's it for?
It's on the UEFA websites, so it's UEFA.
Oh, okay.
That's the code or the education they do. So, for example, last week or a couple of weeks ago, the Arsenal Atletico Madrid one.
Okay.
So you just look at tactically how they set up and blah blah blah, and then you ask for little videos. So during the game, I'm in contact with the UEFA headquarters, and they find videos for me, and then analysts. And then look at this, look at that, how they build up, how they create chances and all this. And in the end, you just have to pick the player of the match, best midfielder, defender, attacker, keeper, and then next day you write a proper report.
All right. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I do. Free games, free tickets for games. And I've asked to do the ones in England, so I don't have to travel too much.
Better, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's better.
Manchester
Just driving. Yeah, driving.
It's all learning, isn't it? Just doing something a bit different, isn't
Yeah.
it? And when you go back into management.
So you're living in Manchester now, Ollie?
Yeah,
You've moved back from Norway?
yeah. Or from Turkey.
Sorry, come on, sir. But why didn't you go back to Norway? Just interested why you come back to Manchester.
Yeah,
Everyone stays in Manchester, don't they? They can't go home.
No, at the moment, it's just,
Such a place.
as Roy says, networking.
passing through, yeah.
Meet people, but doing all these games as well instead of traveling all the time. So it's a good way of keeping in the game.
Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing.
Touch wood and hope it doesn't happen to us, and then 6 hours later you give us each other a hug and see you later.
How do you end up hugging somebody? When people say it's business, I always think it's personal.
You want to get back in again now?
It's not like I'm desperate to be back in, but yeah,
In England,
I can be.
Is England your priority?
Yeah, England. I love living here as well. It's like, Gary, he used to kiss you.
Yeah.
Gary's a
Everyone.
kisser. Yeah, you're a kisser, girl.
I was so happy.
I love it.
You're a good
Stick Scholesy
kisser.
on the lip.
Yeah, it'll tickle off
Little
that.
tickle.
Coming back to Arling again. with Alfie as a dad, and his mum was an athlete, and then you see.
Jeez, you're obsessed with Haaland today.
Let's stop.
He got his DNA from the mother.
Alfie's closer to you than you think.
Right, before we start the talking to you, Ollie.
Okay.
We've got a lad here, right? Where's Lewis? Where is Lewis?
just seen him.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah, I just met him. Yeah.
Right, you need to watch this.
Right.
Oh,
Come here, Lewis.
hi, Lewis.
Hi, you all right?
Hi, Lewis.
Come introduce yourself to everyone,
Hi,
Lewis.
Hello, Lewis.
Lewis works on the overlap
Nice to
team.
meet you.
You're
You're
welcome.
right.
Yeah.
Lewis works on the overlap team.
Right.
Lewis, tell us your special skill.
Well, I can name any United Premier League result from about 2011, from like off my memory.
What?
Like the goal scorers and the score usually, yeah.
Gary,
Okay.
you got something?
In the
Yeah.
Premier League.
In the Premier
or any
League.
game.
The Premier League is like I do know that,
Yeah.
like confident I can say.
Wow.
I can know,
Okay.
That's
So-
like Kieran McKenna. I can ask Kieran what happened in the 74th minute against Brentford. He'll just do it like that. Yeah.
Right, so come on, let's test Lewis now on a game. that
From
you
20
remember-
what year?
2011.
20 like
11
August
onwards.
2011 till now.
I
Yeah.
don't look back at that far. Give
Just have a
me
look
some
on-
dates.
find
What's
it
up, you
random.
girl? Give us
I'll
something.
give some dates, yeah?
Who did they play Saturday?
Gary's got a new
Yeah.
phone.
When did you stop playing? When did you finish?
2021, October. Or finished playing?
Yeah, playing.
That's long.
That's when
07.
So
07.
when were you?
I'll go 2013.
13.
So you
12.
2013, go on, gal.
2013. So in 2013, Manchester United played Newcastle away.
Newcastle
Premier League.
away, that's 2013. So
Yeah.
12, 13.
Hang on, let me just have a quick look.
Can we answer as well, no? Is it just...
Well, that's it. You go for it.
Ollie
It's
asked
12,
him a
it's
good
12,
one.
13.
12, 13.
Yeah, so hang on. You go first. 2012,
Ollie
13.
just asked him a really good one.
Okay.
Season after, when Giggsy took over. The last
Yeah.
4 games, Giggsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know they played They lost 1-0 at home to Sunderland.
Norwich was one.
Norwich.
Larson scored.
Southampton.
Let him do his.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Let him do his wonderness.
And we won 4-0 to Norwich, like you said. I think it was Rooney double, Mata double. And then Aston Villa, I think we might have played. That might have been Moyes. I know we drew, his last game was 1-1, Southampton, Lallana, and a Mata free kick. And
Wow.
Did
that
James
three?
Wilson not score in
Yeah.
that Norwich game?
yeah, there was Hull City. No, I think that was Hull City. We won
Wow.
Were you involved in
3-1
that game,
against-
Scholes? Were you
Chelsea.
coaching for that
Chelsea.
game?
I was sat next to Giggsy. weren't
Yeah, you were
coaching.
Giggsy
Yeah,
and Butty as well, no?
yeah, but as well.
Lewis, the Newcastle game then.
Okay.
The Newcastle game in 2012-13. What was the score?
Away, that was in 2012, wasn't it? Away at Newcastle. Yeah.
It doesn't say. It just says 2012-13
All right.
season.
That was Evra, Johnny Evans, Tom Cleverley away at Newcastle, I think.
Brilliant, man.
Let me see, please.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0, yeah.
How do you remember all this?
So
I've got
United
like
3-0.
I've got
Johnny
a picture on my
Evans,
phone. I've got
Everett,
like
Tom
loads of
Cleverley.
season review DVDs. I used to just watch them all the time. Yeah,
I know, but for the information to see
Yeah.
it's incredible.
I've also had a season ticket since 2014 as well. So like I go to like a lot of the games. So I just remember like where I am really. Yeah.
Like a
Right,
stupid
this,
game.
this is a tough
I like-
one, right?
thank
Go on then.
This is a tough one.
Give him a tough one, gal.
In that season, United played Sunderland at Old Trafford.
2012-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won 3-1. Rooney, Van Persie, Cleverley, and then Fraser Campbell scored, I think, for
That
Sunderland.
is far from.
That is unbelievable.
Good that.
That's
good,
brilliant.
You should be a pundit.
Who crossed it for him?
Who crossed it with Fraser Campbell?
Changed a few of these.
Who crossed it? No.
I'm more surprised Tom Cleverley scored.
Short Phil Barnes.
Sessignon.
Cessignon.
Sessignon.
Do you want to go one more?
Yeah,
2015?
please. That's quite
Different
exciting.
season, yeah.
2015.
It'd be great if you could catch him out, wouldn't it?
I forgot one.
Why is there always one person in
2021
this?
away to Watford. I forgot that one.
2021 away to Watford.
I forgot that.
I was actually there for that. I was there for that.
I forgot that.
I was
You
there
don't have
for
to say it.
Ollie, think of a game that you played in that you remember most. That like.
No, that was way before 2011.
Yeah.
Must be Scholes here
was, yeah.
after his
Scholesy,
comeback.
come on, Scholes.
Yeah, come on, Scholes here. One of the games you played.
Right, here we go.
What about your game against Sunderland when you ran from the halfway line? Can you remember that goal?
Yeah.
What was the
Schmeichel,
score?
throw. I've got no idea. We won
Man United,
Sunderland.
Sunderland at home.
Your goal was really good.
96, 97.
Okay, in the 2015-16 season, United travelled to Goodison Park and played at Everton.
Yeah. 3-0. Rooney, Schneiderlin, and Herrera.
This is ridiculous. I feel like Anton Deck's going to walk in.
Nice to
You
meet
take my seat here. I'm out there.
Last one. Last one.
Deal or no deal.
Gonna get something really bizarre.
Get something, yeah.
How are they going to do against Spurs on Saturday? That's what we want to know.
2-0.
2-0.
I'll go for.
Yeah.
Chelsea in February 15-16.
15-16, 1-1, Diego Costa, Jesse Lingard.
Can't get him, girl.
15-16.
Can't.
This is
Catch him out.
ridiculous.
You're not getting him, girl, so...
No?
How unbelievable was that?
No, we're trying to get a smaller game. They're like big games. They're easy.
Are you
Here we go.
going to predict the
Right.
score?
Here we go.
No, I'm terrible at that.
You know, like minutes that goals went in and stuff.
Be pretty hard. I give it a good go, but that'd be a lot.
Okay then.
Finish him. What, you're just doing unbelievable things, everybody trying to find
So,
ways to...
We'll give you the
Basically,
5-minute
We're
window.
going to United won. They played Watford in March. What was the score?
Is that same season, 15-16?
Yeah,
Mata scored a free kick in like the 89th minute or something.
83rd.
Oof.
Get out. Get out.
Sorry, Roy.
Got you.
And then,
disappointed.
and then what was the next, do you know what the next game was?
No, it wouldn't be
West Bromwich Albion. They played.
we lost 1-0. Rondon scored the winner. Mata got sent off, I think, didn't he?
What's the West Brom game I'm thinking of now, guys, when I'm thinking about you?
No, that's 20. Yeah, 10,
Why, what did he
2010.
do?
Oh,
believe
that
you.
was,
For
that
the
was his,
sake of like 6
he was on his
minutes,
last
you lot
legs. I think that was his
telling him
last
to get
game. Must have
Okay,
been.
last one.
He was playing for West Brom. Then.
Last one. We played Leicester in May 2015-16.
Yeah, we drew 1-1. Martial scored first, and then Wes Morgan equalised, didn't
Equalised, yeah.
he? Yeah.
Was that the year when
Morgan equalised.
Leicester won the league, or was that...
Yeah.
Cheers.
That, honestly, that is so good.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Lewis, when you go back into Ollie, when you go back into football, you need to take Lewis in with you.
Ah, definitely.
Thanks so much.
Well done. Take
Cheers.
Lewis
Thank
with you.
Cheers.
I got the 2015 champions, the Leicester, so I went back to like 10 years. I can remember stuff as
Can't
well.
name the scorers for every
That's
game for the
unbelievable.
last 14 years.
Do you think
Couldn't name the
Jamie could
score.
remember
score?
a few? Or not? Jamie Carragher. He
Yeah,
remembers
but I mean,
Not
things.
like that. Not like that.
But you're on about strikers, but you literally do you remember all your goals?
If they tell me the game, I can get a
You are-
I think so, yeah.
get an
remember
idea
this
of what
one,
they
yeah.
I think I would, yeah.
Plus, I'd go home at night and watch them 100 times.
Ollie, you remember all your goals?
I would think so, yeah. I think so, yeah.
You remember your 6?
There weren't that many, so...
What was
How
your
many did you
goal,
score, Steve?
that volley from outside the box? Was it Champions League?
Sturm Graz.
Is that one of your best goals?
Yeah, that's probably
That
the best.
was-
Which one was that?
That's
Wow.
the day I think
which
you
one was
just signed a new deal, that big deal that you signed. We were
Exactly.
all
We
happy.
were talking- Ollie, we were talking about that before. He just dipped a little bit after that big
Yeah.
deal. I mean, he just went off the...
all my deals seem to be big deals.
Took his foot off the gas.
What about the
No, that
chance
was-
you missed against Leverkusen? Remember
No,
you
don't start with that again. We had that last time. We had that last time.
I'm going to have it again.
That's what I mean. Every time we meet.
I'm behind.
Yeah.
I'm literally behind you.
I'll have it
Going,
again.
that's it. Hey, leans.
It's a half chance for you, and it's a big chance for me.
Ollie, get over it.
I know. But you've got to get over it there as well. Move on. You've got to move on in life.
See, all of you like to talk about the goals he scored, but I like the misses. You got to talk about the misses.
All the goals he scored, though, and you're picking up on one miss when he
I was
leant
right
back.
behind him,
was
last
bad miss.
minute.
It was
Why
a bad
didn't
miss.
you
They're the ones
shout?
you think about.
Roy.
Yeah, I should.
Roy.
Why
Go
didn't
for
you
me.
shout?
Think about the misses, Jill. You do.
When people come up to you, they don't talk to you about, oh, right, nice to see you. I remember that miss in such... No one says that. Talk about the goals you score. I don't
He
remember
does.
any more misses. I don't even know any misses. I haven't had any misses.
You missed for England in Rome,
Oh yeah.
didn't you? That's the only one
That's
people...
you know what?
That's the only one.
You see with that one?
Is that a chance?
Honestly, yeah.
Is that a good
yeah.
chance?
You know, latter stages, blasting past Cannavaro. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then it was nearly running out of space. And I just tried to bend
narrow.
it to the far post.
You should
because
have
I was
fallen
running out
over,
of-
like Lineker used to do.
It was narrow.
It was so... I was trying to bend it so as it go in the other post, and it hit the front of that one and went out there to Teddy. I thought, tap it back to me, Ted. And I could have just put it in the goal.
And what did he do?
He tried to shoot, then we went up the other end, and then went over the ball. Then Vieira, remember, headed it, just missed the post. All I was thinking about was the slaughtering I'd get if Vieira scored that. That's all I was thinking about when they were attacking down that left side.
I remember watching that, hoping that header would go in.
Was he praying? It was an awkward
Nothing went
angle.
out.
Yeah.
Because when he headed it, remember it's Scholes, he headed it back across and you're just waiting for it to hit the net. And
He was good in
Like slow motion, yeah.
He was good, Christian Vieira.
As a striker, how quick do you get over a miss in a game? You know, if it's like a blatant, no, but like in the moment, are you just over it? Or can it play on your mind?
They're the best ones, aren't they? Just forget about it.
Yeah. But does that happen?
I remember I remember watching Kerry Dixon. I can't remember who he was playing. This is first division, and I remember he had an unbelievable chance in the first 5 minutes of the game. I was watching it, and when he missed this chance, the chance that he normally just takes, it was an easy side foot. And you look at him when the camera, he would not even have known that he'd even had a shot. His face never changed, his demeanour never changed. He never done this, never done nothing, and he still scored the winner in the last minute of the game. Just have to shut it off.
Yeah.
Be brave enough to miss, isn't it?
Absolutely, you know, just got to be brave to miss.
Michael Owen like that?
I think that he had that kind of energy.
Yeah, he was cold, like, if he missed it.
Definitely, you look at him like he doesn't care.
Even sitters, though, if you miss a sitter, that must be sore.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Like literally an open goal.
When you think about it, you don't remember him missing sitters like Ollie.
No.
You don't remember him missing that.
You know when you
I know
watch
you
it-
remember that one at Levick. I know you do.
Yeah.
I fucking don't know about
Ollie,
I
that's
can't-
what
you do.
I can't
was a
remember that.
You know when you
I
watch-
can't remember that.
You know
was
when
a
you're watching
sitter,
now, right? Like I watch on the TV now, and you see some chances. You see him lean back, and I genuinely think I'm not saying it arrogant. I don't think I'd miss that. Not the amount of work I'd put into training to finish. I can look at these chances. What I see, why has he waited? Why has he done that? I just don't think I'd miss that.
Right, he just touched on it in training about the amount of times he would do it in training. We were talking a couple of weeks ago, Scholes, he was talking about advice he was giving to a goal scorer. I don't know if you saw it. About
I've actually seen that way, yeah.
Yeah. What you're the person in this room that's been the most recent in the dressing room and obviously coaching. What does a 2025 finishing session look like at the sort of like elite level, top of Turkish league, Premier? What? Because I used to think of finishing at the end of the game where Kiddo used to play into Kiddo, lay it off, and then lads would just shoot. And then it'd be a line of 5 players that obviously were forwards, and you don't just whack it into the far corner. Is it more scientific than that now?
Do you get them to do it nowadays, though? That's the question. Well, when in Turkey, when I was there now, it's like, come on, we'll do some extra finishing. And you just get the young kids doing it, you know?
The pros are not doing it.
They're not like, session's finished and let's do some extra. They don't have that. That
Really?
that pride that you want to, okay, let's...
Are the
let's keep on
sessions
doing
still
it.
only about 1 and 2 touch finished?
Oh,
You see lads all on the edge of the box take 2, 3 touches. Reality of top level football is you only get 1 or 2 touches to finish it, isn't it?
I'm desperate on maximum 2 touch. Like lay it off and finish it or first touch.
I'd be intrigued to know the stats. Obviously, you're on about working with UEFA and looking at Champions League, the top level. How many goals now from strikers is 1 or 2 touch finish?
It
Must be.
for myself,
as high
it's
as
about
50-60%, as high as that, do you reckon?
70.
I think so. 1 touch
I think
finishes.
77 of my United goals of 126 were 1 touch.
Is that right?
About
77?
77. I put that stats, and then 26, 27 were 2 touch. And then you have the odd one like Sunderland when you're driving on it.
When you
But,
run.
Yeah, not many.
Well, just to take me back to, because you've said something there that I always think that when old pros, ex-players like us, so other lads don't work as hard nowadays, they don't stay behind after. I've tried to stay clear of that, and I think, to be fair, I don't think too many people in this room, but actually what you've just said really worries me, that lads, after training, are not staying out and doing extra 15, 20 minutes on their personal stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it also is the too many games. So you don't have that, that extra, the striking and shooting and all this. But you look at the best one now, and he trains and he practices all the time. That's Erling Haaland. He's fabulous. We just spoke about him, hey? Never miss it. Oh, never.
And is he still doing that now, Ole? Is he still doing that now?
Yeah, definitely.
He doesn't look like somebody who'd come out of his routine.
No, he's a routine. Yeah, he's got
Strange
a
enough,
process.
some of his goals this year against United, where he's actually running onto stuff. Now, obviously, the City are playing. They're obviously playing a bit deeper and almost counter-attack.
Suits him.
So he's fine with that, because we're talking about, on one hand, 1-touch finishes, but now a lot of his finishes are, he's actually running from deep to go against Arsenal, remember, on the season.
Then he's got to think. There's loads of the thinking.
But he's still fine with that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not...
That's his lifestyle.
Yeah.
And how he looks after himself and how... Because it's about energy, coming into the games with energy.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
What is his training routine? I know.
Well, I don't know.
You know what it was. You know what it was, though.
No,
Obviously.
he was every day asking for extra headers and extra finishing, absolutely every day, and then he'd finish with a few penalties after that. mental. He was 17, 18. Yeah, 17 back then.
Goes to show, though, doesn't it?
The proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Practice. You've got to practice.
Even with penalties.
Gone are them sessions where you used to stand there and they'd throw the ball over the top of your head. Did you ever do them?
Yeah,
but
I didn't
still,
know
but
I
that's
don't know.
I used to do that. I used to do that six ball finishing routine. I had 6 balls and all these sprints and get to it, and then the last 3 or last 1 or 2, that's when you're tired, and that's more match-like.
Yeah.
That's
Fatigue kicks
yeah,
in.
So that's when you have 6 balls at the edge of the 18-yard line with 6 different players there.
I had Rene, with the ball in his
okay.
hands. So I'd up to the penalty spot, he threw the ball over my shoulder or whatever, and get to and finish and get back in, and then he'll.
So you're working under fatigue, basically.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 or 3 is easy.
Yeah.
Then the last
Just
2 or
once you
3.
get tired,
it's
that's
like,
when you-
wow,
But don't you need one of your coaches to have the enthusiasm
energy.
to say behind? So
Yeah.
it's not the manager. Obviously, you've got coaches that almost the coach staff go, "Come on, lads, are you up for it?" And go, "Yeah, go on then."
You need a
And
goal.
you drag
you
a
need
few.
one of the
Oh yeah,
reserve
and the lads.
You need one of the reserve
and who
goalkeepers
do it
who's up
properly.
for it.
Yeah, and do
because,
it
like,
properly.
First team keepers, none of them want to going. I remember the best was Alex Meninga when he came.
Yeah.
He would stay out.
attitude to it, yeah.
He'd stay out for 4 hours. If you want to shoot for 4, he'd stay for 4 hours.
Yeah.
with And
You do need
try
that,
to
don't you?
save every penalty. Tried to save everything. Unbelievable he was.
I used to start with
Raymond van der
Steve all the
Vaal.
time.
Steve.
Steve McLaren, I used to start
Yeah.
all the time.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. The draw for the World Cup is almost here. After the 5th of December, we'll know who's playing where, and you can start planning that trip of a lifetime. Wherever your team ends up, Seattle's got to be right at the top of your must-visit list. Fan-friendly, perfect weather, and all the culture and adventure you could want right there. Seattle's built for fans. There's no sitting in traffic for hours or cramming into packed buses and trains. You can wander from fan celebration in Seattle Centre through downtown and grab something to eat on the way to the stadium. No stress, just a great pre-match journey. Unlike other host cities with Seattle summers, it's mild sunny days and comfortable evenings. Perfect for playing and watching football without feeling like you're melting. And when you're waiting for match day, there's so much to do. As well as the iconic Space Needle, the museums, the markets, you've got lakes to kayak on, mountain trails to hike, and nearly 500 parks to explore. It's basically adventure everywhere you look. So when that draw's announced, keep an eye out because whoever lands in Seattle is in for an unforgettable World Cup experience. Find out more at visitseattle.org and start planning your World Cup adventure. Take us over to Turkey then. You mentioned Turkey.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Roller coaster, but brilliant, absolutely fantastic. We've spoke about it a little bit. It's like people are so passionate, both for good and bad.
Yeah.
But living in Istanbul, the people there, fantastic. Just like there wasn't enough. I don't think I was the right man to bring, or I was hoping to bring my stability to the club, but we just
Not in
didn't.
Turkey, no.
When did you
No,
realise
not
you
in
wanted
Turkey.
to
No, it didn't work.
What's your stability? Yeah, what is your
No,
stability?
I'm more of a calm person.
Yeah.
Relaxed, and but they are very high when they win, very low when they lose. While I'm never too high and never too low. So I was hoping to gradually move them over to my kind of thinking, but it was so passionate. It's just like lost a game, dead. Won a game, like party, and it's like, but it was
the stats
brilliant.
for managers, Ollie, though, isn't
sorry?
it? We run about managers in England, but getting sacked in Turkey, I'm going to say average. Is it 6 or 7 months? Would it be as bad as that?
I think I was longer serving than the previous 5 or 6 anyway.
Really?
But it's a great club, great people. I absolutely loved it. The atmosphere in the stadium is incredible.
Yeah.
The fans, when the going was good, like we beat Galatasaray, we beat Fenerbahce, then it's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you're the best. Then you lose we lost in Europe. And that was my doing.
Was that the qualifying round?
Yeah, that was my doing. We won the first league game and then we lost in Europe and went out. And then
Is that for the Champions League, Ollie? Is that to get in the Champions League?
No, that was actually Conference League.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Did you know if you lost that game that it was going to be see you later or?
No, probably. It's one of those that we had to have European football. I had lunch with the president before, same day, pre-match, and then because Man United lost to Grimsby the night before, so it's like, well, that happens in football, and but then we play the Swiss team, and he's like, touch wood and hope it doesn't happen to us, and then 6 hours later you're You're sat in his office and we give us each other a hug and see you later.
Was that straight after the game, Ollie, or was it the day after?
Yeah, no, straight after the game.
What, he came into your office?
I did the press conference, and then walking out, they just told me, okay, the president wants to see you. So it's one or two. Either you get sacked or, because there was international break straight after, then we got to go somewhere on. Because I was thinking, probably getting the sack.
Wow.
How'd you end up hugging somebody? You know what I mean? When you go to a room.
But that's the thing.
No, I understand that.
That's the thing. It's nothing personal. And
No, yeah, but why would you hug somebody? I just.
well, he's one of them. Well,
Did a hug help with the payoff? Do you think if I hug him, I get my money? No hug, no money.
That's why.
No, the whole board was there, and I still have a good relationship with everyone there. But results matter in football, and then it's not for you.
Where were you in the league?
No, we just played one game.
You played one game?
Yeah.
All right.
One win.
Top then?
Nah, yeah.
Joint top.
Joint top.
That's not.
No, but
Ollie,
that's football.
There's
You go
a
in-
terrible atmosphere.
You go into the president's office and the rest of the board.
The board was there, so they had a meeting there and then. See, because obviously I had a good relationship with all of them, but the results weren't there. So, or
Europe, you mean?
in Europe,
Just Europe, yeah.
and in Europe, yeah. So, but that's football.
Did you think? Were you expecting it, or do you think it's unfair on reflection?
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. That's what they wanted to do, and then I'm fine about it. No problem.
I mean, obviously, I've sacked managers after 5-6 months, so I'm sat here not in a position of strength to be able to say that. How can they do that?
4 months, wasn't it?
What do you say, Scott?
What I would say is, I'm looking at it from your side, Ollie, thinking now, and obviously I think spoke to you, Roy, about this. Do you get to the point where you think, I don't want to put my life in someone else's hands anymore in terms of my reputation, my credibility? You know, they're just sacking me like I'm a piece of meat almost. Do you get to that point where you lose faith in actually what it is?
Oh, you've got to do your research before, and of course I knew the story, the history of Besiktas. I'd spoke to them twice before, a year before and 6 months before.
And what happened then?
Well, they picked someone else, and there was a different president. But both of them had been sacked already, so obviously you know how kind of volatile it all is. But I'd been out for a while, and I thought it's a big club. You just want to go out there, enjoy it, and try to do what I feel I'm good at, getting the best out of people. And we had a good run last year, almost directly into Europe. As I said, beat the big ones.
I think when you get sacked, when people say it's business, but again, different personalities, I still think I always think it's personal. No, you see managers getting sacked left, right, and they go, and they move on the next week, and it's like, it's not even a bother to them. But I'm not saying it's the right or wrong way. I think I'd like to be more like the way other managers see it.
Why would you think it's personal, Roy?
Because you just feel it is personal. When you've lost your job, your pride, obviously, if you think you've not done well, or obviously you don't get knocked out in Europe, and sometimes some managers lose their jobs. It's nothing to do with football results. There might be issues with, obviously, people in the background. But I always look at it as it has to be. But I admire people who move on quickly. And they go, no. They almost forget about it quickly. But I'd still have hang-ups a bit. If a club let you go and you're like...
I think when you take a job, or I take a job, I'm then putting my honour and pride into helping that club, working for that club. It's not me. I'm not working for myself. I could easily, happily retire and then sit here and have chats like this every single day. That's a comfortable life. But then, if they trust you, well, okay, I'll try to help you, and that's the way I'm thinking.
You had quite a long break, didn't you, from United to?
Yeah, I did.
Besiktas,
Yeah, that's so.
Was you questioning going back in?
Yeah, I thought maybe not, because life is great.
How long were you been out, Ollie, from United? How long?
3 or 4 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah. 3 years-ish, yeah.
Okay.
Did you talk to any other clubs in that period?
Many times. But it's like it didn't feel right. It didn't feel, how do you say, challenging enough, or
timing,
timing worth moving away from your family and all, all these big things. So
That was some challenge there, though, Ollie.
Brilliant.
Taking on that was some
It's a
challenge.
good experience, though, again.
But coming into a club where they were all more or less dead when I came in.
Feast or famine now.
I enjoy trying to give people or players the belief in themselves, staff believe in themselves, give them the confidence. Of course, if you get results, everything's easier. But I like to work with people, with human resources, human capital.
Yeah.
When you go into Turkey, what's your presentation? What's your sort of, you go in, do you have to give them when you go for an interview for a job?
I didn't do an interview. They rang me and then we had a chat for half an hour and then...
They just give you the job?
Yeah, they offered me the job. Then I just moved into my new house in Norway, so I had to think about it twice.
Okay.
But then, okay, why not?
So it wasn't even
Most of the time you regret what you're not doing instead of what you do.
Yeah.
And I don't regret this one bit.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. Great experience.
And when you've gone for interviews for jobs before, what is it that you're expected to bring to that interview? I'm trying to imagine what are owners now expecting? Because to be fair, even at Solf now, I don't do the managers' interviews anymore. I haven't done for a few years. But what does a manager have to do to get a job now with clubs?
Well, it depends who takes the initiative. Obviously, I'm not sending applications in for jobs. Not obviously, but I haven't because I've not felt the urge to work. But then they call you and say, can we work together? So I'm sure I'll end up in interviews like this later on as well.
Have you not applied for jobs, Ole, and gone for an interview? They've always come to you?
Yeah.
Is that not how it works? Or how does it work, say, in the Premier... Like, say, Wolves are looking for a manager now. How does that
I
work?
think they'll have loads of applications, won't they?
I think the sporting director of Wolves will be getting contacted from agents saying, would you like to have a conversation with...
I think that's the way it is.
That would have been going on before he was sacked.
Yeah.
To be agents ringing, going, if you make any decision with this manager, would you consider?
Yeah.
I think that's constantly going on.
Yeah.
It's been
So
such a
when they come to you, then your conversation's obviously different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the way I do things. This is, can we work together? It's like, I'm not going to change who I am.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's brought me to here, so and I can't change now.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. Where are you at now in respect of obviously coming off the back of Turkey?
Yep.
You had the 3 years out, coming off the back of Turkey. Where are you at now in your mindset? There's rumours obviously that you'd maybe had a conversation with Rangers. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, I didn't speak to them, no.
At all?
No, I didn't speak to them. But yeah, me personally didn't. But they call my agent, as you say, or my agent rings whenever there's or he's my best mate, to put it that way. And we end up talking. I'm open. I'm open for...
You want to get back in again now?
It's not like I'm desperate to be back in, but yeah,
In
I
England,
can be.
Is England your priority?
Yeah, England. I love living here as well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Championship? Would you consider the championship or the club?
You know, when my kids ask me, like, well, of course, mid championship and up, and then, but I'm a football man. I just, is it Norway? Is it Sweden? Is it wherever? It's about working with people, and I love just trying to make the most, or make them be the best version of themselves and help the club.
What if a team lower in the championship? Would you still consider?
You know, when I played all this football manager and championship manager, always started
always on
with
that way,
teams. Yeah,
always.
Yeah. And I've always liked to fight the odds. That's just the way I've always been. And I'd like to prove.
Team?
It would be nice. Yeah, of course. We've got a good coach, Ståle. We're on the way to the World Cup. But if he one day doesn't sign a new deal, of course, who wouldn't want to work with Erling Haaland again?
In Ireland, you were sniffing on the Irish town.
I did have a conversation with them, but I can't run your country. Can't manage that for you. That's yours.
Last time you spoke to us, obviously you were talking mainly about the United job in terms of you come out of that maybe a year or so. How much impact do you think that had on you in respect of sort of, when you look back at that 3 years, did it take a lot out of you mentally?
Oh.
And does it hurt still now, an element of sort of just looking at it?
Of course it does, because that's a, you know, sometimes you're talking about jobs and then it's just a job and you move on. That Man United one, I've been there for 18 and a half years. So that's, well, now you're done with it. And that's a different kind of scenario. So of course that was a kick. I thought we had something going, but then now moved on from that one. So.
Did it take the whole 3 years to get over that?
No, it's not. But it takes time, yeah, of course, and you
You do have to recharge the batteries. Though. I'm amazed when some managers lose a job and they're literally within a week or two they're back. And
Yeah, Jose went from Fenerbahce to Benfica in a week. Me, Erik ten Hag, and Jose was sacked in the same within 3 days or whatever. Three of us.
Yeah.
And he just got back in, and he's got that energy, hasn't he?
How was the club different, Ole, when you was a manager? Was it different?
Oh yeah, it was different. It's all moved on, of course, but then that's by the by. Is that what they say? It's
By the by.
Is there games you look back on at United? Can you remember, Ollie, where sometimes there's like, if you could just get over the line in certain games, isn't it? The cup final, you know, the final, the penalty
course.
shootouts. If you
Yeah.
get a trophy under your belt,
That'd
it
be
just gives you a
different.
bit more time. Yeah.
If we'd won the final, of course, that'd be different. If you knew that you like, because you sense it, but if you knew this is the last one, if you don't win this one, you'd put a different team out and all this. Because I've never ever once, apart from keeping Scott McTominay away from Derby on loan my first few months. That's the only time I've been thinking about myself. I've always thought about the club before me, and then always long term and who needs games and da da da. But if you know, and that's an advice from me to you. If you're ever thinking about getting rid of someone, speak to them. We need next 3 games. We need to see a change. If not, we'll have to change. And everyone's a man enough to say, okay.
You think it's better for an owner to go to a manager and
100%.
say, you've got 3 games here.
Or next game, or 100%.
Yeah, I
Do that every week, couldn't you?
No, but look, I've never done that, and I've heard that as a tactic. But the idea of telling someone they're going to lose the job, what's that going to? How are they going to react? How are they going to react to that, Ollie?
I've been told once.
Where was that?
In Molde.
Okay.
So just asked, have you got the energy to do this? Yeah, of course, I'm enjoying myself, blah, blah, blah. But if we don't win the next game, I've got to do that, what the other people are wanting me to do. So then I'll have to sack you. Okay. And then it's
Just one game.
Yeah, you have to win the next one.
So then what happens after you win that one game?
that's
Then
what
you
I
have
was
a couple.
thinking,
yeah.
When do they come back and say you need to win this game?
It puts
as well?
pressure on you as well.
Yeah, it puts pressure, but that was
you
the
know- But you
don't mind
that was
that.
the ultimatum that I got.
That's
But I
ruthless.
mean, look, Ian, I'm completely with you. I'm just thinking it from an owner's perspective. If I'm saying to a manager that your whole future at the club is dependent upon one football match, I've already made a decision to sack you.
Yeah, you're just waiting for him to lose.
I've already had that conversation with fellow owners. We've sat there and we've said we're going to sack you. But if he wins this weekend, we'll keep him. But in a couple of weeks, if it turns, we're going to get rid of him anyway.
I can see that point. I've been on the end of like a bad result and then that's it. But it was happening. So
But at United, look, at United, it was hard towards the end. You must have seen and felt that coming.
yeah. We lost to City and Liverpool. Of course, anyone could do that against Klopp and Pep. But the way we did it, that wasn't right because it was at home.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when we lost to Watford away, that was it.
Yeah.
But if a situation's happening, you're saying, is it not best to know that it's happening?
I think so.
Would a manager know that anyway?
I-
I'm not saying going in every week.
Everyone's
speak up,
different,
but
aren't they?
You'd have vibes going, you know what, I've got to get a couple of
feel it
results.
energy, yeah.
Might be just one game, but I've got to get some results. out of it.
I think what you would do is, look, what I've done, but to be fair, I don't know what other owners do. What I think I would have done in the past would have been to say, look, the results, there's a pattern of results here that aren't going our way, because obviously you won't be having that conversation anyway if they were going our way. What we're going to do to change this. I think that's how I'd position it in terms of, if you're playing 4-4-2 or you're playing 4-3-3 or you're picking certain players, what are we going to do to change it? How can we change this to try and change the direction of the momentum that's swinging against us? That would be a conversation I would expect to have with not just leave them and then sack them, but I think you'd have that conversation to say, look, this isn't working. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
And I think I'd expect answers from that coach at that point.
And if you agree, then okay, let's do this for a month or whatever. So it's before instead of after the game. You sat there and then okay, see, like you get the nod, like the gaffer when you're not playing. I think that's you're man enough to know that okay, I'm struggling here now. We need to show a bit of change in the next, say 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Would
have
you
that conversation?
I thought United, and maybe it's something that's just ignorant. I just thought when they brought you in obviously to the end of the season initially, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then obviously you didn't.
Or no, they brought me in until they found someone else. So that could have been 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So.
But when they brought you in, I thought there was because obviously at the time the club didn't have anybody in the sporting department at all. Didn't have a sporting director, didn't have a technical director. I thought there was a natural sort of way after a year and a half for you just to step up.
Yeah.
And sort of work alongside, in terms of like that type, have you ever thought about that, the idea of shifting up into that sporting director role so that you're not in that firing line of basically every 6 months losing your job?
Definitely. I have, yeah.
So you would consider something like that?
I would, yeah. To have the Google Earth or overview, just sit there and then direction of the club. That's the long-term direction. That's when I've been the manager, I've always thought about the long term and then develop the club. So.
But isn't your strengths like working with players and people and emotional intelligence? I know you still have an element of that, but obviously getting the best out of players.
I can't say what my strength is. I think that's someone else who's worked with me that can say that or played with me. As a human being, you don't want to stop talking about
Is that seen as a cushy number though, Ollie? Obviously you've had a taste of management, and I mean, I think a lot of people don't want to go upstairs because there is security in the job.
Yeah.
That's not always a good thing either. When people go upstairs, they go, well, I'll be all right for 3 hours. I can sack 1 or 2 people. Yeah. Maybe you'd miss that edginess of being a manager, and that results week to week. You hear any of the managers speaking, Martin O'Neill obviously gone up to Celtic, and they're chatting to him last week after the game. He said, we won. You have to win.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, you have to if you get enough wins, you should be all right. You can survive long enough. Because if you're not getting results, you don't need an owner to sit down when you go, listen, if things don't pick up the next 2 or 3 years, I know that, I'm not daft. Could you pick up them vibes around your club anyway?
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. Super 6 have a £250,000 jackpot on offer this weekend. It's completely free to play. Just predict 6 scores this weekend and the money could be yours. So if you fancy becoming a £250,000 richer, get your Super 6 picks in before 3 p.m. on Saturday for a chance to win. 18 plus, T&Cs apply. You mentioned Scott McTominay before.
Yeah.
What do you make of the club selling Scott McTominay, and obviously how he's done since? Because and when he left, I don't think anybody around this table was probably jumping up and down and saying, "What a shock! That was you can't sell him." I thought it was probably a mistake, but I wasn't like thinking it's the worst decision ever made. But what were your thoughts? You worked with him. You obviously have been there.
No, I was, almost shocked, because you need a core of. I feel that you want a core of the local lads who know the club, who get the club. And Scott did, and for me, I think he's shown in Italy what good a player is. I think he's top, and a great character, personality you want in and around the place, like sets the standards, and he'd survive when we played, 100%.
You think that in our day the boss would have kept him in the squad?
Yeah, he would have.
Would you put him in? Say, I'm not going to, but like say, Fletch was a brilliant player, wasn't he, for United? Would you put him in? I mean, it's probably disrespectful to Fletch. I think Fletch was probably a level above him. But do you think he was a similar level?
Well, he was voted the Serie A Player of the Year last year, Scott.
Yeah.
So he won the league with Napoli. So I think Scott is one of them that you only know when you've got him in your squad how good he is and how important he can be for a squad
he was
overall.
showing to the end when he was scoring important goals and changing games, because he definitely has something. The thing what I would say with United is that they've moved away from the youth and the people that come through. Built on the Bills, Busby Babes, 92, class of 92. Then you've got Scott McTominay gone, Marcus Rashford gone. You know what I mean? You've got like Kobe Mainoo who can't get in the it's like everything's moved away from one of your core fundamentals at Man United. That's what's.
We always said he definitely warranted a place in the squad, didn't we? We thought
especially when you see what he's doing.
But then
now.
what joke said you're on about a squad player? What did they get for him?
I don't know.
30 million, was it?
You know, sometimes it's 30 million. You know what I mean? For a squad player, sometimes I'm sure United had to bring some money in as well. It wasn't bad for if we were sitting here classing him as a squad player. Yeah. Sometimes you have to take that deal as well.
Well, at the time, you probably thought it was right for him to move, didn't you? As much as we didn't like it, because he was a local
just
player,
how he's done since.
It felt the right time.
You look at where Man United are and what he's doing for them, for Conte to get that out of him. That's the only thing you look at and think, Man United couldn't have got that out of him. They obviously couldn't.
I know. I'm always wary when lads leave and go to a club like Napoli, and obviously Napoli's a big club, but it's not Man United. I still think that's a different challenge, and he's done well. And listen, good luck to that. Hopefully that will continue the next few years. But I still wasn't hanging my hat on him every week at Man United, going, he'll be the man to get Man United back. And when you're classing him as a squad player, and someone says, "Here's 30 million,"
Yeah,
It wasn't a bad deal for him.
No.
At the time, we were seeing him as a squad player.
You look at what he's gone on to do, the way he's gone to that next. Because winning the Serie A, whatever we think of his talent,
Of course.
he's gone
Balance
somewhere else
Absolutely.
mentally and
In
like,
my
It
squad,
was a good move for him.
Great.
Scotty probably wasn't allowed to play in his best position enough. You know, in the
Because of Bruno, maybe. was
yeah,
playing.
Bruno, and maybe the lack of physicality we had in midfield and legs we had in midfield. And you saw a couple of games against Leeds where we said, Scott, this is a man-to-man game. And we're going to have you running off your man, third man run, up, back, through, and he'll score 2, 3. I can't remember how many goals he scored against Leeds, against the Bielsa
I remember the
team.
games, yeah.
And that's probably a reason, that we think of him as a...
Because he got a different role at Napoli. You know, he's getting definitely, obviously...
He's one of the...
Of course.
I think he's one of the
get
eights.
forward. He's got a bit more freedom,
forward,
of course.
Yeah. He's
He
always
do
for
it.
Scotland.
He was always box to box.
Got legs.
box to box.
Great engine on him, yeah.
Oh, great physicality.
When you say he would have survived when you played, is there anybody else you would put in that bracket who's at Man United now? Like whether it's mentality or leadership?
Well, for me, I can only speak about the ones that I've worked with. And you look at Bruno, he'd survive, he'd fight you probably, and definitely you. And Harry,
only one
I'm
winner
sure
of
Harry
football.
would survive, definitely. Just personality, quality, and...
I think Bruno would actually get better if he was in that dressing room, because he wouldn't be able to.
Got quality, isn't
Yeah, he's got a lot of quality, and that's what.
You mentioned Harry Maguire there.
Yeah.
You named him captain.
Yeah.
And then obviously the captain was stripped off him a year or so later. And we've obviously, a couple of weeks ago, he had an incredible game at Liverpool. And everyone was delighted for him. What's your view on that journey that he's had at United, from sort of being made captain and then having it taken off him? And how have you viewed that since you've left?
Well, I've not been in touch with him too often throughout there, but I think he's shown great character, the way the type of person he is, and I think he's shown the quality as well. But strength of this mental strength to still perform when he's had his critics. He's had a few bad games. He's made mistakes, but then got back in and...
Yeah, but no one's doubted his character, Ollie. I know we've gone over this before. No one's ever doubted he's not a decent lad and a good pro, and he's done well to kind of respond to all the criticism. But there was still an element when he came in, he'd get caught out for his lack of pay. That was the only thing we always criticise, especially if we see teams now pushing up.
Yeah.
And we still see him getting caught out with that.
Yeah, we saw
he's not going to get quick now. Said even Brentford away. So that was the only thing I'd always look at. Go, I thought he was getting found out too much. But again, when he's got people around him, the game at Liverpool when they're sitting deep, he's great. He's an honest guy, and he put his head in it, and then he can get you goal at the other end. That's fantastic.
I don't ever criticise or like to criticise coaches for leaving players out, because it's different circumstances, different tactics. You want to press high, you want to drop low. It's all these things. You can see now with City how that suits Erling Haaland, the way they play.
Yeah.
Because now suddenly teams go and attack them, put a cross in, second ball, counter-attack, through on goal. And that's the same with centre-backs. Harry, of course he likes to drop deeper and defend deeper. And then maybe that was my style of football. It suited Harry. And then with Rashi and all the pace.
So you were comfortable on it. Your style was counter-attack, wasn't it, really?
Yeah,
For a while?
well, quick attack.
Right.
Counter-attack, that's a different word. I like to play...
You got a lot of joy that way, didn't you?
Yeah, play the ball forward. You can control a game by defending really well.
Yep.
Get them wherever you want them, and then play through the pitch on the floor, 1-2 touch, go forward. It's not like just launch it to a striker.
But was there some of your setbacks you think would actually you were in decent possession and you were a bit high up the pitch and maybe you got picked off a little bit?
Maybe
that's the problem.
That's what Arsenal doing now, in control, like you say. I like what you said there.
Yeah.
That's what Arsenal doing now.
Yeah.
They're in control.
Just defending.
They're defending. They're good defending,
Low blocks,
control,
set pieces,
and
all these
know,
terminology, low block, mid block, high block. Just you defend high or press high or...
Saying that you do have to sit deep when they're better than you, don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
it might be a tactic going out on the day. You go, I think we can dominate.
You don't
But
mean
if they're
to.
really good,
Yeah.
going, lads, we just have to come back.
Just look at yourself.
Yeah.
And look at them. What kind of problem are they causing us? Okay, they've got pace. Okay, we need to drop a bit more. Or they got big, tall centre forwards. They're going to cross it. Okay, well, let's stay higher. Leave Duncan Ferguson. We pressed high against Newcastle because Shearer and Duncan Ferguson weren't the quickest, but if they were in the box, it's different with you.
Yeah.
Do you think you like fast attacks? Because when you played up front, sometimes you were like, get the ball to us quicker.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to score goals, to catch the opposition off balance. Everyone's now so organised defensively. It's hard to beat teams with 80 passes. Like sometimes, was it Panathinaikos? You scored a goal. Like we had
the chip.
Yeah, we had 60, 70 odd passes before we scored.
Wow.
That doesn't happen anymore.
I want to ask you about a couple more players if I can. You said Marcus Rashford. What do you make of what's happened, obviously, when you had him? And then what do you make of this sort of journey that he's gone on, this decline, and obviously gone to Barcelona, he's gone to Villa?
That's I've not spoken to Marcus since I left. Been texting a little bit, but the circumstances. I don't know what's happened in Marcus's life, and but you can see he's enjoying himself now in Barcelona. So. And it looked like he didn't enjoy himself here at the end. So,
but why United having a group of players that are not enjoying themselves? What's happening there?
Homegrown
I don't think that's just at United. It's everywhere. But of course, it's blown.
It's not now. I'm talking about in the last few years, basically. Before, I think now actually the team look like they're actually, they're in a happy place at this moment. But
I don't know. All the pressures, every single one's different, and the pressures of life, pressure of football. I don't know. We don't know what's happened to players when you walk in the morning and you see them grumpy. That's the manager's job. Then you speak. What's up? I can see something's wrong, and you don't talk about that in the media most of the time. So we don't really know what's happened. You just want him to do well, because he's an incredible player when he's in form and he's happy, and when he's got energy. Look at I go back to Erling Haaland again. Just the energy that he shows when he plays every time. That when he's on the pitch, he just shows that enthusiasm and energy. And that's the least, I know, that's the least you should.
Right, no, you're right.
But with
a lot of players don't show that energy
and then
enthusiasm.
Why is that? Is it life? Is it too many games? We don't know. But he's found the right balance for sure.
Yeah, he's in a rhythm.
And he's not slack off after his new contract, has he?
I just saw an interview with him a few months ago. I think it was after they won the Champions League, and he's stood there with his medal. Thierry Henry is interviewing him, and he's answering. And then in the end, he just asked. He grabs the opportunity. He asked Thierry Henry, if you can give me one advice, what would it be? Wow. So that's the kid who's just won the treble, and then he just wanted that from him, and that's him. He just wants to learn all the time.
Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
You chased him for, was it a year, 2 years, where you literally, you were really keen, obviously, to bring him into
the club. Did, yeah. And then I was, he's the best option that we have.
What did you see in him before? What in terms of the scouting reports, obviously he's got talent and he was playing very well at Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
What were the things that sort of attracted you that, as a club, to think, well, OK, he's going to do well at United?
Then we wanted to take the next step on not moving away from, but also add, OK, in the last third, have players who can break teams down, and Jadon in and around the box.
Those little passes.
With his skill and link-up play and with little passes, he gives us something different. He was unlucky, because before he came, he went on holiday, as you do, and then all this diving and all sorts, but he got this infection in his ears. He was in hospital. He really struggled his first 10 days or something before he could start working with us that pre-season.
At the club?
At the club, yeah.
Before he came to United?
Yeah, before he came, that summer. So that's not come out, but he struggled. And then that's...
Could you not hear what you were saying?
So I never managed... so I never managed to really play with him, because I was out before he was really on fire again.
I thought you meant diving on the pitch. You mean in the pool and everything?
Wow.
See, sometimes you don't know the full story, though, do you?
There's quite a few that didn't work, though, isn't there? If you look back, there's loads of them, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's...
Like a Di Maria, Anthony last year, last couple of years. There's so many that just haven't worked. But then they go on and
do well in different clubs.
somewhere else. Yeah.
What do you make of the current? I know there's a lot been talked in the last few months about the system, and obviously you've been a manager. Have you ever played the 5 at the back and 3 at the back?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, 3-4-3, 3 box 3, whatever you call it. It's horrible to play against when it's played well.
I agree.
If you want to press it high, the first team that really did it, that I remember in our era, was Basel against Liverpool a few years ago in the Champions League, I think it was. And you saw, wow, how can Liverpool press this? And they did it. It's because you've got to go man to man, really. That's the only chance if you got follow the runs and all this. So when it works, again, but you probably need teams to press you to really make it work as well. And you see maybe at United, you know, they seem to win games now more when they've got less than 50% possession, or 45, 50%, instead of when they've got 60, 65.
Yeah.
And when you've used that system, how has it gone for you?
No, it's gone well. You know, I had 3 good centre-backs that, we used it in Norway when I played. Didn't play it at United.
Did you play it once at United away at Tottenham? Did you play 5 at the back away at Tottenham, a game you had to win near the end? I just remember doing the commentary on the game.
Yeah,
you went
5-3-2. That's after we'd lost to Liverpool and City.
Yeah, and you went then had to win, didn't you?
Yeah, had to win, yeah.
And one down, you won, yeah?
We won 3-0. And that was, I used Edson, Cavani and Edison and Cristiano 2 up front. So we played 5-3-2. So that's a bit of a different one again.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to, okay.
Was that to get them both in the team? Or?
Yeah, that was not easy. No, if you want to, because nowadays there's not many teams that play with two centre forwards. And can you play 4-4-2 old style with 2 centre forwards anymore? Or do you have to go 3-5-2? I really like
Still
the 3-5.
strange when you mention Ronaldo at United at that time, isn't it? It's like
feels
almost...
weird, yeah.
But he scored 2. Did he score 2 in that? Or did they score 1 each?
Yeah.
He scored 1 volley. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Maybe
It probably is the best way to get 2 centre forwards in, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
With
the 3-5-2.
3-5-2.
You got the width, because nowadays with our style 4-4-2, open in midfield, it's all so intricate now, isn't it?
Teams defend in a 4-4-2 sometimes, don't they? I mean, even Real Madrid last night were 4-4-2. City sometimes in Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know, Arsenal in big games. So
I think most teams do when you get in, or many teams get when you get into your own half. When you press high, it's man-to-man, more or less.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. What do you do at home, Ollie? Away from...
Trying to keep fit in and around the...
Training? You're doing a bit of training?
Yeah, a little bit of bike, and can't run, can't play football with our knees and hips and all this. But
Not golf?
watching football, hey?
Golf?
Golf, that's the most boring. That ruins a good walk.
Can I just go back to your playing, Ollie?
Yeah.
Don't quickly. You were the first person I saw, I don't know if this is true,
No.
with the shot through the legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see it all the time now, but you were the first person I saw that actually meant it.
Yeah. No, I did mean it, yeah.
Yeah. Did you learn that off somebody else, or?
Actually, my former coach, Åge Hareide, played for Man City, Norwich. National team coach, centre-back. He played here in the early 80s. He's the one that gave me one other option to score goals. Because I ended up, I was never the quickest. So now, say Marcus Rashford, he goes on 1 against 1. He's quick enough to go inside the winger and curl it. I was never quick enough to really get away from the defenders. And then I had to fake that one and then go back.
Yeah, it was a little move, wasn't it? Then the quick bang through the legs.
Poor Patrice, I still remember
Every day.
one session. One of his first session, I think I scored about 15 goals through his legs one session. It's like, Henning, Dennis, you never managed to do that one.
Yeah.
Even when I watch training now, I'm watching Salford training, and a lad's going through, the keeper will say, defend the close your legs.
Yeah. And then if you're...
Did you ever do it right?
Yeah, but I never
on
done
purpose?
it. Done it. When you're coming in at an angle,
Just look
when
at
you're coming in at an angle, you have to do it quick so it goes through the legs. You're always going to try and go over there, but if I got too close, then I try to blast it through the body. So if the arm comes up, it might go through the leg, go over the shoulder.
It was amazing how many times, though, if you do just get it through the legs, it goes in.
Yeah, because the keeper
Doesn't it?
depends on his defender to block that near
I mean,
post.
you very rarely see him save it if one goes through the legs.
No, you can't.
No?
Zola does.
Can't
I
say
see
that.
Zola do it on purpose. Di Canio do it on purpose, especially against Schmeichel, because he used to come and do his big star thing.
Yeah.
And I saw even Vialli do it, but I never wanted to get close enough for you. You have to then put it through the goalie's legs because you're just like.
So I don't mean the goalie, I mean the
defender.
defender's legs.
Defender.
I was always I'm talking
No,
defender.
no, you were quick enough to get away from the defenders. But that's what. Well, I watched City against the Bournemouth. That's probably what he should have done, Erling, when he came 1-on-1 with the keeper on his third chance, We should have, because the keeper spreads.
Hardly ever save
So
it.
it's like,
It's always, the goal's always through the legs.
But goalkeepers have to change their techniques now, don't they? Because players are more powerful.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers stay, they obviously are coming out, and they're spreading their legs too wide, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is the one for a striker. You can't decide early what you're going to do. You've got to, in the last little bit, do you follow through? Do you just chop it a little? You've got to make your finish.
That's where the repetition, innit, of training, that gives you that extra, which is when people say stay cool, stay calm.
But you've got to
longer.
to change your mind in the last seconds as a striker, you're going to be right at the very top. Because I think a lot of strikers are making their mind up early and just following through. That I can't believe there's many strikers
I think you use your...
that are changing their sort of like technique or their style of shot.
So Danny
at the last
Welbeck scored
second.
2 goals the other day, which makes me say yes, he's experienced, he knows. He's been in that situation so many times that when he just dinked it over right in time. And then the next one, the goalie, they made a mistake and he knew exactly, you know what I mean, Roy? It comes with time, and then it comes with how calm am I going to be in this situation? Because if Danny keeps going close to him, the goalie's going to block him and people say, why didn't he shoot?
Yeah.
But he got there and bam, perfect dink.
But surely you're multitasking when you're going through anyway in your head. You are weighing up the situations, the angle of the goalkeeper. I know you were saying something you go through and you know exactly what you're doing, but there must be situations where a striker's going through and the situation changes.
Yeah.
Keeper comes up quicker than what you think, or he stays on his line, and you're constantly looking.
That's
People
the
are-
good strikers, isn't it?
Yeah.
That change
People
in
are
the
different,
moment.
aren't they? Like, people like time to think about it. You give people some time to think about, oh, fuck, I don't want to do. Well, other people on instinct
It's time
are
the
much
enemy.
better
It's
when they
time
don't
the
have the
enemy scores. I
time.
remember Seamus
It is for
McTominay
some
used to say,
people.
he said
yeah.
he wanted the strikers to have a lot of time when he'd wait and wait, and because then strikers then, maybe the lesser strikers, would then overthink it.
He'll have a
Maybe the
little-
top lads would go,
Yeah.
don't worry, I'm in control of this situation. But the lesser strikers are like, what do I do here?
Goalkeepers are waiting for the one bad touch when you're coming towards them. That's when they spring.
I think somebody like Watkins would be better like that.
That's
Sorry to go after the door.
yeah.
He's better without thinking about it.
Like going in the
Yeah,
Euros.
some are
Remember
in-
that chant, that going
yeah,
in the Euros.
in-
Remember, he
in
just ran
speed.
onto
Just
it.
ran on bam. And it's brilliant
Anyway,
finish.
Welbeck, he should be in the World Cup, shouldn't he?
Well, that's what we
Danny?
spoke about. Yeah, we
So-
spoke about it
last week.
Last week.
Yeah, okay. So I think about what you said about Scott McTominay, and then that's the same with Danny Welbeck. That back in the day.
No, I was adamant about Welbeck should never have been sold.
Oh, he should never
That
have
was.
been
I mean, I
sold,
played with him. That was at the time. I said this is an absolute.
What a kid.
Oh, right.
No, do you know, the only thing I
Yeah,
say
I
there, when
do.
we chat
I
about
do.
ex-players,
Yeah.
I do as well,
you can't
yeah.
keep all these players.
No,
you
right,
can't.
right,
No, but he was
right.
good, wasn't he? Well, look
Oh,
what
I
he's
like
doing
Danny,
now.
but was he not always injured?
He was, yeah.
He
He
had
had
his
hamstrings.
problems. I
He did
remember
have his history of injury.
Yeah, and he's scoring goals on for Brighton. Brighton lose a lot of football
No, Roy.
matches.
Roy's-
I like Danny. I wouldn't be surprised if he got an England
Right, his
squad.
record for England, I think, something like he scored 20 goals in 45 games or 18 goals in 45 games.
I like Danny Nev. I know, but we can't sit there and every player that leaves Man United go,
No, no.
I
No, you
think
can't keep all
some
of
felt
them.
right, though. Some
Some
felt wrong.
felt-
I felt Danny felt wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely wrong, that one.
Not
I mean, I
like
was
being
adamant
so-
on
was there
that.
a contract situation? Home again, I grew up.
Yeah, look,
how much
I don't think it was.
I
I
don't know what's going on.
No, I don't think Van Gaal fancied
Van Gaal
him.
didn't fancy
All right,
him.
I
okay,
don't think he
simple as
fancied
that.
him. Technically, I don't think he thought he was good enough in terms of how he wanted to play. Ollie,
Yeah.
everyone else get involved in this. You've got to hold up. You can't answer these. It's
Okay.
Ollie's Mythbusters.
You just said, Ollie.
Yeah.
Right.
He did.
We're going to start with where Ollie grew up in the winter months. There was no daylight during the day.
Ask Roy.
Definitely.
No, does it-
What, you didn't have any daylight
I think
during
we
the day?
went
It
to
was
a
dark
place
all
in
day.
Norway. No, we went to a
Hang
place
on,
in
it's
Norway.
Iceland. Is it Iceland where there's
No, we went to a
Norway's
place-
all right.
no, no.
Norway's all
We
right.
went to a place in Norway for pre-season where it never went dark.
That was the summer, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it never went
So,
dark.
Ollie, is that rubbish then? Is that a myth?
That's
Yeah,
rubbish. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
just a
a bit
myth.
like-
Yeah.
No,
So how much daylight do you get during the winter?
we still get a few hours, yeah.
What's the hours that you get?
3-4 hours.
Of daylight?
Daylight.
Yeah, of course.
So what time?
Scholes, you love it there.
Fucking great.
Maybe even more. Yeah, maybe
So you know
maybe
also.
even more. So it's dark about
It's the
say,
biggest-
half 3 is dark, and then
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
I'd recommend if you get any time off the
right,
next few weeks,
all right.
drive to where Ollie is. The drive
Is it amazing? Is it?
What,
nice.
drive to Norway?
is
He did-
fantastic.
Oh, right.
No, he flew to Oslo and then he drove up.
Oh, I
and then-
thought you
that's a
meant
fair.
drive to Norway.
That's a fair drive.
How many hours was that?
Fucking out some drive.
8, 9 hours?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Wow, was it beautiful?
Beautiful. Nice company, bit of Bob Dylan on.
Or was it like driving through Asgard?
In the
where
Volvo,
Thor-
lovely Volvo I had.
Beautiful.
Right, next myth. The next myth. Ollie spent time in the Norwegian army when he was younger.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably say
True.
that. He's got army
Looks,
vibes.
got
did-
military vibe.
Got
did a-
military energy.
I did a year of national service. Yeah,
How old are you then, Ollie?
19 till 20. Summer of 92 until summer 93. Yeah.
So you had to do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that still? Is that still now?
It's yeah,
obligatory for everyone?
Yeah, it is now. There was a year in time where when it wasn't, but now it's back on. Yeah.
What does
Your
that
kids
do?
done it?
No.
What does that do for you, Ollie? What does that do for you that year in the
You
military?
grow up, yeah.
But what specifically were you doing in that year?
What I was doing, so you have 3 months of like recruitment school, we call it. Like you find out, everyone has to go through that one, and then
What's like an education classroom?
education, yeah, like all the camps, and yeah, they just try to
To see which level of army you're going into.
Yeah, where you go in, if you go in the Marine or if you go in
Marine.
Were you a Marine?
No, of course I wasn't. I was just a driver. I was a chauffeur. In the end, so I ended up
But you
as
need
a...
drivers, Ollie.
Exactly.
I ended up in an office, admin,
driver.
yeah, and then drove some of the higher up with all the stars.
Drop the lads off, see you later.
Oh,
So when you said driver, I was thinking like you weren't a tank driver or anything like that.
What?
Tank.
I'd like to
One
be
of
a
these
driver.
Volvo, what was it called?
So you went in the Norwegian Army to drive a Volvo?
Yeah,
For 2 years.
Well, you need to drive people places, don't you? How do you think the soldiers get
Volvo
Yeah.
felt.
fucking drive?
Yeah.
You
Just
wave
get
them
to
off.
the
yeah,
I
but
know,
he
but
was ready
walk,
if
though.
needed. He had all the skills.
I wouldn't say I was like, oh, he's been in the army for a year and he's been...
Toughened up.
So there's no
If
physical.
there's a war, I wouldn't be the one that you...
Yeah, but you have to drive
call
people
up.
to get to the
Yeah,
war, don't
exactly,
you?
yeah.
Everyone needs a drive.
Was it a physical thing as well? Did
wanna
you
be
physical
in the war.
stuff?
Yeah, we did
Chili one or
tests in the
G-Rag.
beginning to, yeah. So if someone wanted to go into the Marines, then you had to be the best in all these tests, and
Yeah.
you have to see if you're capable of protecting your country.
Yes.
Were you still
Like it,
doing
Ollie,
all
like,
your football training and everything in that time?
I
Did it
played
take a
still
hit?
for my local team at the weekends.
didn't you have to sleep
Whenever
there?
we...
Did you sleep at the army or did you go back home?
No, I slept there,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Then, but
Did you get in the army too?
during the season, I say out of 20 games, maybe you got 15, 16 weekends off to just go and play.
Right.
And then I never had time to train during that week, really.
What was tougher, Army camp or Man United camp?
You know, I'm quite adaptable. It doesn't matter for me. I just
Go in.
go with the flow and
man.
enjoy
How
it.
weird was it when Ollie first came to United?
Oh,
remember?
Yeah.
We used to look and go, who's the kid? There's like, is he honestly
Did,
like coming
yeah.
to meet the players? You go, who's this lad? Oh, he's joining us. Oh my God.
What, you thought he was a fan?
No, we just thought he was a kid, like come over to watch team training.
I was
so young.
Yeah, I was
did
22, but I was
gonna say
23.
12.
He looked about 13.
I was
wasn't he?
23.
He
looked
looked like a child.
14,
It was
yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah.
You look young now, though.
Jim Ryan brought you in, didn't he? Was you with Ronnie at the same time?
Yeah. Look young, yeah.
He does look good. What
Yeah,
did
after he let
the,
it grow, yeah.
That's
your
where it
hair's
came
great.
from, wasn't it? The babyface assassin. That's where it came from.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by ARNE Clothing. Right, we've got a quiz for you, Ollie. Can you name, Ollie, every Norwegian to have played for Manchester United?
Probably.
Of course he can.
Go on then.
So Ronnie, Henning, myself, Erik Nevland, Joshua
Any good
King.
ones?
Oh, yeah, Joshua King.
Joshua King. That's probably it.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah,
That is it.
Magnus.
All right,
Ollie.
Just didn't
Jumped in
play.
straight away.
Ollie knows his
Five.
stuff.
Yeah, what was the lad you mentioned there, the striker? What was the...
Joshua King.
no, the other lad.
Eric Neville.
Erik Nevland,
Yeah,
yeah.
remember, yeah.
Played against Barnsley.
Yeah.
Played
Yeah.
a couple of
Quick.
cup games. Yeah, Erik was good. He's
Yeah.
now sporting director of Viking back home in Norway.
Okay.
Good lads. Well done.
And they're winning the league.
Good. Nice
It's about
one.
Bodø/Glimt.
How's Ronnie? Have you seen Ronnie?
Ronnie's good. He's been a coach. He's in the national. He's in the federation.
Okay.
Good. Next question. Which Manchester United player scored the most goals during your reign as manager?
Have you got names? No, but just...
I've got
Probably
the name.
Marcus
That
Rashford.
has to be Rashford, yeah.
Rashford.
54.
Yeah, and then Martial was. ish.
over how many seasons?
Marcus Rashford.
I was only 2.5 years were you there, Ollie?
Martial was just
He
behind
scored
him.
Yeah,
with six.
almost 3
2.5
years.
years.
Almost 3 years. Yeah. Almost.
What did you think of Martial, Ollie?
So talented. So talented. On his day, he was unplayable.
Where is he now?
He is, isn't he Mexico?
Somewhere.
He's a postman.
That's the thing, Roy. Your thing when you say on his day, you don't like when people say on his day.
Postman in Mexico.
On his day.
You're not a fan, Roy, of Martial, no?
On his day.
The only time he delivered.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. When Ollie just said on his day, that means you don't get many of them.
Not too many days.
Well, he had a good season. They played well together, him and Marcus, that year when we got second in that
On that day.
COVID.
Do you remember the...
Everyone wanted an inside left position, though. Him, Marcus,
It's just opinions, Ollie, no problem.
All them in there.
Ollie's so nice, isn't he? Can you come on here instead of Roy?
That's what I'm saying.
No problem.
It's
No problem. I'll go on now, no problem.
It's like good cop, bad cop, isn't it? You
Okay.
Yes, guys.
Let's go.
Come back, Ryan.
Can you name the top 5 Premier League goal scorers during Sir Alex Ferguson's reign as Manchester United manager?
Tough questions for him. You're being too nice to him.
Who are the top 5 scorers under Sir Alex at United?
Ollie, come on, don't
I don't think
pretend
you'll
it's
get.
hard.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I don't think you'll get these.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, Wayne Rooney, Andy Cole.
No.
What?
Coley, no.
Under Sir Alex?
Yeah, no. That's what I said. I don't think you'll get. Well, the big,
Mark Hughes?
they're big names, but I don't think you'll get them all.
When he was there, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry.
When Ollie was
Ronaldo.
So
Well, they
no,
played with.
just during Sir Alex Ferguson's reign.
there. Oh, right.
Is Ollie in it?
You've got Ruud, you've got Wazza, and you've got Ruud.
Yeah.
Might be.
Ronaldo, did you say?
Ronaldo.
No.
Can we help him here? No.
Yorkie?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he can.
Yorkie, no?
Yorkie.
No.
No chance.
Incredible, eh?
No.
So
Sammy McIlroy.
Is it forward?
Eric.
Wow.
Eric.
No.
Oh, Ollie's out of the quiz
I'm
team.
struggling.
Where's our friend Lewis? Get him back.
If you think about
Is
it,
Lewis, the kid.
Yeah.
who came after?
That's the question again.
Right, the question is, who in Sir Alex Ferguson's reign at United were the top 5 goal scorers in the Premier League?
How many did you get?
Scores, he gigs.
Premier League goals?
Yeah.
100 and some.
Yeah, so
Scholesy?
Scoles in there.
Scholesy.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Scholesy and
never been a
Giggsy.
striker.
Scholesy and Giggsy. And then you're missing one.
Don't embarrass me, Ollie.
Definitely not
If he'd let you score that chance, maybe.
Premier League.
Who can that be?
That's a
Don't
good
tell
one,
us,
I'll
guys.
take it.
Brian Robson.
Brian McClear.
David Beckham?
No.
Relax, lads. Don't be just shouting names out. That's not a quiz.
Mighty.
Pass.
No, not pass yet. Wait a second.
Come on.
Striker.
Just had something there.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't saying
Did he
right.
say himself?
Eh?
Has he got himself?
Not Berbatov.
No, I'm not in.
You are?
Oh, I see.
Ollie!
I see.
See, Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have guessed that.
Even that chance.
Wazza,
I got 2 out of
Giggsy,
5.
Scholesy, Ruud, Ollie.
Well done, though, from
I'm
midfield.
surprised
Wow.
there's only
Yeah, I was surprised at them. I didn't think you'd get them. It was a bit around the house.
1200 games.
Right, we got some community questions, Ollie.
Don't get the plaudits you
Thank you.
deserve.
Thank you.
When you're a midfielder.
Your son and daughter.
Yeah, but I used to sit for
Hey,
you.
guys,
You missed
look,
the chance.
we're in for
When you
Ollie,
missed
you
the
two.
chance, I used to
People
sit
said
for
that
you.
he'd score. People go, I'd go forward and he'd sit. No,
We're
I
in for
was
Ollie,
sitting,
come
he'd
on.
go forward.
Yeah, but when
Yeah,
I
but
sat
that's
for
That's
him,
why
he
Inter Milan
missed.
were giving him 20
Jesus.
million a year.
When
now.
I sat for him, he missed. I didn't.
Yeah. And you probably read the game quicker, so you were already gone.
Oh, well done, John.
Go on, gal.
Your son and daughter, Ollie, play at a professional level, as do so many other footballers' children. Why do so many make it as football players? Is that the obvious?
I think it's just the environmentally damaged. They're just in the environment. Yeah. They are in and around football all the time, interested in football probably, and then probably decent DNA and genes. So coming back to Arling again, with Alfie as a dad and his mum was an athlete, and then you see that.
Jeez, you're obsessed with Haaland today.
Let's not
I am. I'm just.
Let's not mention
Yeah, you got his
that.
DNA from the mother.
Alfie's closer to you than you think. It's more similar.
Ollie, what advice do you get? Do you get involved in sort of, how do you balance that sort of like obviously putting pressure on them versus stepping off them and letting them breathe in terms of advice?
I try not to put pressure on them, but I've ended up coaching their teams because when I've been sacked or you don't have a job and then you're in and around and you.
So where is that? Where are they playing?
They all play in Norway
Yeah.
somewhere, So when they were 15, 16, it just ended up me. I've coached all 3 of them, so.
What positions are they?
Noah is a centre forward, Karna is a centre forward winger, and then Elijah is a centre back. So
And how are they doing? Do you think they've got what?
as long as they enjoy football, I don't put any pressure on them.
But do you coach them? I mean, Carrick obviously some plays at Wigan, and I think obviously plays in a similar position. So he ends up talking to him about things to
You talk about, they train every day and they play games, so you discuss football.
Is that team still going on where I went down to watch? Were you
Yeah.
watching? That's still going,
We're still.
nice little setup that was there.
It's a great little. So I'll probably be back there in January next season.
I'll come and visit you, Ollie. Yeah, I'll take a session.
Jeff,
And you can do the session.
Yeah, I'll do.
I
No
take it
problem.
you've got floodlights.
We do, yeah.
We'll all be getting sent off if you take a session.
You better set off now if you're driving.
You better set off if you're driving.
Go now. Get your Volvo out.
Which striker do you think is the best in the world? I think we know the answer to it, but I'm going to give you Kane, Haaland, and Mbappe.
Oh, Haaland, I'd pick him. If it was my team, I'd pick him.
Kane can't be far off though, can he, seriously?
I'd pick Erling Haaland to suit my style of football. I'd like him in my team. But the two others, unbelievable players. But I'd say Haaland, Kane, Mbappe.
Do you think Kane's really close to Haaland?
Yeah.
You look at his goal scoring.
Isn't Mbappe more of a left inside forward?
He's your inside left one, isn't
He can drive you
Kane
mad when
and-
you're watching him.
When you watch Kane,
Kane and
as
Haaland
well,
are more
and when you watch
nine.
Kane now, with him dropping off even more,
I was
he's
watching Haaland.
he's
Bayern
passing.
Munich against PSG.
They were amazing,
unbelievable.
weren't they?
And
They were
then
great.
sometimes he dropped into the sixth
Unbelievable.
position and
Yeah.
pinged passes, and
He's
they
honestly.
were brilliant. They pressed PSG. They just killed them.
You know, with that, you say that like Haaland, and with his numbers, you'd have to pick him. But if you had to say for me the best, I'd go with Kane.
And then we
What, as
go back-
all round?
Yeah.
And then we
probably
come back
would.
to the team's attributes.
Style of
What
play.
kind of
Yeah.
team do you have?
And Haaland, yeah.
What's about opinions? Who would you want in your
absolutely,
team?
yeah.
You think get us out of jail today? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you
both of them would.
I think if you played at United in the day that we played, you'd pick Haaland in terms of the style. I think you'd just pick Haaland, wouldn't you? Because you just
Over
want
Kane, you
explosion.
think?
I mean, I love Harry
Could
Kane.
have both of them together, wouldn't you?
You could have both of them together, actually. That'd be
Could have
some
been
forward
the
line.
English centre forward pairing.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's born in Leeds, isn't he, Erling? So
Yeah, of course, yeah.
well,
What
I'm
would be
happy
on-
we have him.
Yeah. What would be your number one tip to a young striker?
It's a target.
Hit it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't miss in front of Roy.
Don't lean back.
Don't lean back. No. Practice, and then it's just. But it's about confidence and belief. You've got to be in exactly when that ball is about to be hit. You need to be.
Can you
Take a little
coach that?
bit
I've asked Riley
deep
this before,
breath.
and he's go, can you coach that instinct for a striker? Are they born Ian Rush, Michael Owen, all you
Being
lads?
in the right place at the right time.
Can that be coached?
I think
That's
you
repetition.
can. Not repetition to finishing, but
yeah.
just reading the cross, Riley. them little
Anticipation.
details.
it's the whole package of knowing your players, knowing football, drawing from experience. Where's Beck's likely to cross it? Where's Giggsy
It's like,
likely?
yeah, but I remember used to watch Rush and watch Lineker, and they'd be moving when the ball's in the air, and the ball would come
there.
to them.
But is that coaching, I'm saying?
I don't know, Roy, because
Experience
like,
as well, because you've been there so many times, and most likely it's going to end there.
yeah,
So
you
always
just-
be an
You're
optimist.
gambling, Roy. You're gambling. on that
Advice:
one.
always be an
I always
optimist.
believe the ball's going to come to you as well.
Well, the
Be
thing
ready
is,
for it.
how often are you ready to go in there?
A lot of your
The
goals.
bit that annoys
you
me.
got. No, go on.
Sorry,
no, I
Jill.
was
No,
just
go on,
gonna
Jill.
say,
Fire
a
away,
lot
go on,
of
Jill.
peeling off the centre half, getting it on your chest off a long ball and scoring. You don't see a lot of that now, do you? You know, like a winger looking for the
Diagonal,
kind of diagonal, the go bit.
One of the best assists I've had. Eh? Long pass away to Charlton.
Are we having a video? On video.
No,
now?
only when
Get it on
Gary's
your
on.
chest.
Oh, actually,
Down.
it took-
Was a reserve game.
So your advice for a striker is be an
Be
optimist.
an optimist. Like, hope for a mistake by the keeper, defender.
Do you know what a bit frustrates me when you're watching games at weekends and there's a striker in a position and they go, oh, he wasn't expecting it.
Yes.
I thought the defender was going to get it.
No, you should always
be ready for even
Yeah.
if someone slips or
the
misses it.
chance
Oh, I
this
thought he was going
weekend,
to
it was,
clear it. Who was
Everton, Sunderland Everton, Barry from...
that? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got to
weren't
get over
expecting
that, of course, yeah.
You know, the best optimist I used to watch would be Aguero. He'd always think the centre-half's going to miss it, and you could watch him, and he wasn't right 9 times out of 10, but he was so good at that. Thinking, what if?
Yeah.
Also, you had a good assist. Forrest, remember? You missed the ball. And it sliced off you and it just landed in my feet.
That's not what you
I
got.
meant that.
That's not what you got 4, Ollie, was that? That's not that good.
4 in.
Did you get 4 in?
Came off the bench, huh?
He was
4
so
in
good.
20 minutes.
Come
Wow.
off the bench and do that as well.
Yeah, against Forest.
That's game over 4-1.
I didn't
So
get
it's
4 in
not
20
based-
I know
years.
4 in 20
Four is
minutes.
four is
bad, is
always
it?
yeah.
Still spaces everywhere.
I think one of them was my assist one.
First one, I almost missed that one.
2 of them.
Yeah, it was a poor ball in.
Forgot the
Oh, God.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
question.
But then he didn't go and
Yeah.
celebrate. He went
Over.
over. He does his own thing, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Got assist.
Yeah.
to the away fans.
Yeah.
My kids always,
Kiss the badge.
sometimes they see the goals, it comes on telly and he's like, Gary, he used to kiss you.
Yeah.
Gary's a
Everyone.
kisser. Yeah, you're a kisser, girl.
I was so happy.
I love it. I love you.
Right, let's go.
Horrible.
Tell us.
Horrible.
Never kiss me.
Never
Could you imagine he tried to come to kiss you?
Was he
Somebody
a good-
kissed
was he a good
Scholes
kisser?
on the lips.
Oh,
I think there was tongues that time.
It was really sloppy and wet.
It was a big
when
game,
he,
in fairness.
when he goes, looks
Beautiful
you in the
goal.
eye and does it. That's
Beautiful.
mad.
Was it like on the
Little
head?
tickle off
A
the
little
touch.
tickle.
He came
A
in
little
ring.
tickle off the
Tickle off the touch.
I bet you didn't want to
Hey, I'll see you after the game.
You know what he's saying? A little tickle
Right,
off the
come on.
touch.
Yeah, come on.
Right. It's basically, what was the biggest thing you learned from your time at Cardiff?
Ooh, loads of things. I chopped
Loads
and
of
changed too much.
Systems or team?
Both. I came in there and then the squad was, say, 20-odd players, and we were in a relegation.
That was in the Premier League, wasn't it?
Premier League relegation fight, and it's like they were very close, these players, in quality. So when you lost the game, it's like, he's almost as good. Give him a chance. And then lost the game. It's
You go back to him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd never been in that situation before because we'd usually rotate because rotation, when you win, it's fine. And then when you lost, it's like all of them just, no.
I thought it was quite interesting. Sean Dyche lost his first game and then kept the same team against United the week after. I thought it was quite a clever thing that. You're saying it's Bournemouth. And
Yeah, but that was after.
like giving
Yeah,
up?
but that was, he said, after they were after playing in Europe.
Yeah.
They lost to Bournemouth. It's going to be a hard game, so his plan was to give these lads a chance, not on the back
I just think
of
picking
the
a
European
team
game.
and then playing them again.
You watch tomorrow night they're playing in Europe, he'll have a different team to who they play against.
But then he'll play the
next
same
weekend.
team again, won't he,
In the
at
league,
weekend?
Yeah, the
So-
league.
so
Have like
I-
two separate teams.
I think you should, sacrifice maybe 1, 2 or 3 games and get a team
Yeah, I know.
working together. I think that would have helped me in the long run.
Ollie, I made that mistake when I went to. I did exactly the same.
Yeah.
How many games did you get, Ollie, there?
6 months or
How many games? Was it like 30 odd
30,
games? Not even as many as that?
Same as me. I did exactly the same, Ollie. You just pick an 11, pick a system,
Yeah.
and let them play themselves into form. And
think
you end up changing 2 or 3.
I know,
then
Gary,
change
but if
another.
you're under pressure, that's...
I mean, early on.
Yeah, I
early
know,
on.
but you still think hindsight's a wonderful thing. I'll give these lads a chance. But if the next game is almost every game seems a must-win game, you do chop and change. Your mind plays games at you. Yeah.
Anything else, Ollie, did from that experience?
And obviously, they maybe wait before you jump in. But I was excited to get in to show that I can do not just Molde and Man United types of players who can organise a team. But I
Ollie, do you
learned
think-
a lot of the man management upwards as well. Yeah.
But do you have a thing, and I know do you think you're a better manager working with real quality? Or are you still okay? Like, obviously, it must have been great at United, whatever the challenge is there. But at least you're going out every day in the training pitch going, well, there is quality here. I've just got to get it right and get people on side. But then when you do drop down, whether it be a lesser team, and that quality drops, then that's where...
Yeah, I think I think it'd be interesting to work with, call it a different kind of quality, but then you can.
No, with all your experience, Ollie, would you prefer to go into work with top quality players where there's bigger demands, or would you still be happy to go in lower down? We're on about the championship and go, yeah, I'll work some magic with that group. Or you think, no, my personality's better. We're working with.
That, if you look at players nowadays from mid or championship and Premier League, there's good players everywhere. Everyone's a good player. Right. You don't get signed there, so I think it's about getting them to believe, getting the best out of them, and the group together. Because unbelievable what you can do with a team that is together. Yeah. That was one of the challenges in Turkey. It was hard to get the team together into one.
With the different nationalities, Ollie?
Yeah, there was loads, and then there was a strange atmosphere and feeling when I came in, because the hierarchy, and then, you know, the older Turks were there and the other foreigners were there, and gradually in the seating they just ended up like younger Turks, like younger and the youngest, and then suddenly foreigners over there. I tried to, but Istanbul, unbelievable city, so you couldn't have all these team buildings and all that.
I've got paintballing with them, no? Paintballing, Chinese, a bit of go-karting, that usually brings people, you know, when you...
Yeah, but no, we did we did.
But you done something, of course, you
yeah, we
tried
did.
stuff,
Of course,
obviously.
we did. We had a great Italian day, Olympics and all this, but you couldn't get enough time to bring him anywhere, because 2 hours to drive 2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Oh, gosh, the traffic.
Remember, we were there, remember, done it.
So we'll see you back in football soon?
Third time? No. I don't know, to be honest.
Would you want to go back before Christmas, or you think,
Yeah,
I want
I'm
Christmas
open.
off
Yeah, I'm
anytime,
open. You can't wait. You just suddenly get the interview, and something clicks. Yeah, I like this, of course, and then
If I was a team looking for a manager, I'd come and find you.
Me too.
I think you're
Thank you.
great.
Well done, Jill. Well done, Roy.
Jill, that's a lovely topic.
Ollie, thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, you're too far.
Cheers, Al. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Thanks, Alan. Lewis, you're unbelievable.
The quiz team. Ollie's first game as a manager.
What, for United?
That's an easy one.
There's away at Cardiff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who scored? Who scored?
Lingard scored twice. Herrera, Martial, Rashford.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Camarasa scored a pen as well, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. Camarasa scored a pen for Cardiff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They got a penalty.
Something like that, yeah.